Now x dot y is equal to x1 y1 plus x2 y2 plus and so on xn plus y1. This x1 y1 can be written as y1 into x1. x2 plus x2 into y2 can be written as y2 into x2. As 3 into 4 is same as 4 into 3. So we can get y1 x1 plus y2 x2 plus and so on yn xn. So this is the definition of inner dot product of y1 y2 up to yn with x1 x2 up to xn. So by definition of dot product we get y dot x. So x dot y is equal to y dot x. It is same property as inner product. So property second of inner product is satisfied here. Now third one is alpha x dot y. Now alpha x can be written as alpha x1, alpha x2 and so on alpha xn. So alpha x dot y can be written as alpha x1, alpha x2 and so on alpha xn dot product with y1, y2 up to yn. So by definition of dot product we can write alpha x1 y1 plus alpha x2 y2 plus and so on alpha xn yn. Alpha is a scalar, so take outside or take count from each term. We get alpha in bracket x1 y1 plus x2 y2 plus and so on xn yn. So in bracket we get definition of dot product x with y. So alpha x dot y is equal to alpha into x dot y. So here third property of inner product is satisfied. Now next one is fourth property, that is x plus y dot z is equal to what? Now x, y, z all vectors in Rn. So by addition of x plus y dot product with z we get first is addition x1 plus y1, x2 plus y2 and so on xn plus yn dot z1, z2 up to zn. Right? So by definition of dot product we get x1 plus y1 dot z1, x2 plus y2 dot z2 and so on xn plus yn dot zn. By this we get x1 z1 plus y1 z1 plus x2 z2 plus y2 z2 and so on xn zn plus yn zn. Taking all the terms of product of x in first bracket and all the terms of product of y in second bracket. So by this way we get x1 z1 plus x2 z2 plus and so on xn zn plus y1 z1 plus y2 z2 plus and so on yn zn. That is in first bracket we get dot product of x with z and in second bracket we get dot product of y with z. That is x plus y dot z is equal to x dot z plus y dot z. So here fourth property of inner product is also satisfied. So from 1, 2, 3 and 4 we get dot product is a inner product in Rn. So in Rn dot product and inner product are same. Now next one is norm. Now what is norm in Rn? Let x is equal to x1 to xn is a point in Rn or vector in Rn. Okay, so norm of x is denoted by this symbol norm x. Okay, and it is defined as norm x is equal to square root of x into x, that is dot product of x with x, which is equal to square root of x1 square plus x2 square and so on xn square by definition of dot product. Remember? Are you understand? Okay. Now for example 1, 2, 3 is a vector in R3. So norm of 1, 2, 3 is equal to what? Square root of 1 square plus 2 square plus 3 square is equal to root 14. Get it? Now what are the properties of norms? There are 5 properties of norms. First one is norm of x is equal to norm of minus x. That is norm of positive vector and negative vector is same. Norm of alpha x is equal to mod alpha into norm x. Third one is norm x is greater than or equal to 0. Fourth one is norm x is equal to 0 if and only if the vector x is equal to 0. Fifth one, norm of x plus y is less than or equal to norm x plus norm y. Now we have to prove all these properties. First one is norm of minus x. Now norm of minus x means norm of minus x1, minus x2 and so on minus xn. That is, each coordinate has negative sign. By definition of norm, it can be written as square root of minus x1 square plus minus x2 square plus and so on minus xn square, which is equal to square root of x1 square plus x2 square plus and so on xn square. Since square of every negative number is positive. But by the last step, this is the definition of norm x. That means norm of minus x and norm x both are same. Now second one is norm of alpha x. Now norm of alpha x means alpha is a scalar. It is multiplied with every coordinate of the vector x. So norm of alpha x is equal to what? Norm of vector alpha x1, alpha x2 and so on alpha xn. So by definition of norm, it can be written as alpha x1 square plus alpha x2 square and so on alpha xn square, which is equal to what? Alpha square x1 square plus alpha square x2 square plus alpha square xn square. Taking alpha square common, from each term we get square root of alpha square in bracket x1 square plus x2 square plus and so on xn square. Square root of alpha square is alpha. Taking alpha is positive, therefore it is mod alpha, and in square root we get x1 square plus x2 square plus x square, which is definition of norm x. So we get mod alpha into norm x. Third property is norm x is greater than equal to 0. Clearly it is norm x is greater than equal to 0. Why? Since in norm x we take square of each coordinate and square of every number is positive. Square of negative number is also positive. So each of the term x1 square, x2 square, xn square, all terms are positive. So their square, their addition is also positive and their square root is also positive. Therefore, norm of x is obviously greater than equal to 0. Fourth one, if norm x is equal to 0. If norm x is equal to 0, by definition that square root of x1 square plus x2 square and so on xn square is equal to 0. If addition of all these number is equal to 0, means each term in that addition is itself 0. That is x1 square, x2 square, xn square, all terms are 0. Then only the addition of these number get 0. That means square of this number is 0. So square root is also 0. That means x1, x2, x3 all numbers are 0. If these x1, x2, x3 numbers are 0, then we get the vector x is equal to 0 vector. That means if norm x is equal to 0, then the vector x is itself 0. Okay.